The confusion is the traditional way of learning is that nobody knows any of these. You just move correctly, you just follow, and you don't know it's 1, 2, 3. You just do it until the teacher says, yeah, that's the way I do it. And so it's the same way if you are not educated here, or you can speak English. You really don't know it's because it's ABCD. And because you just talk to people. And one day somebody says, well, when you say book, it's actually B-O-O-K. But you say, well, I said book, why B-O-O-K? What's B? Like what form? Like, you know, but when I say book, everybody understands. But when you say B-O-O-K, what's that? That's like 4 things. I just said one. So it's understanding is one thing. And one of the things that Guo Yi, who's been very bothered by his Guo Yi Yangchen, this guy is going through science courses at the university. So every day he is fighting this conflict. And now he realized he had to come to the studio to talk to me before I left. So Friday he came and said, these are very normal things, but for a 20-year-old discovering things, he says, I just realized understanding does not mean you know anything. He says, but in the West, to know means you have to understand the process. Traditionally, to know does not mean to know. It means to know how to do. Scientific understanding of know is, I can sit here and say, I understand when you do that, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, I can describe it. It doesn't mean I can go out and do it. I probably have never killed a cat, but I can describe it to you because I have knowledge. Traditional means I can't explain it to you. Give me a cow, I know how to cut it up or whatever. Like I don't even know the name for this piece, but I can cut it down. So you will have a name for it, but you might not know how to cut it. So that's the difference. So the problem is when I explain it to you like this, it makes sense. But actually when you do it, it shouldn't be like that. Because the person who knows how to do it does not know what he's doing. The awareness of what you do is called specific scientific knowledge. Scientific knowledge comes after the reality. So you want to produce reality, not to produce knowledge. And when you do it, that's why when I taught it 5 years ago, I never even taught the names. Because when you teach names, all of a sudden it's a whole different ballgame. You guys just follow me. I never said when to stop. There were no paragraphs. There was no like stop here, so we repeat, you just do it. And until you just remember just like everybody else. And when I learned it was always like that. The learning is easy because by the time the teacher is talking to you, you already know how to do everything. Then he will explain things to you. But here, I always have this discussion because people say, well, if you don't say anything, then why are we call this learning? But for me, that's learning. When I say something, this is called a discussion. It's not a learning. Learning is to do it. So the 1, 2, 3, that kind of stuff is understanding. You don't need to understand it, just have to do it. That's why these kind of things, because you are learning from me today, you start picking up other knowledge. My disciples, students from a long time ago, we never taught. So they wouldn't know any of these theories. Like Susan, you remember Susan? Susan, I guarantee you, if you go find her, she does not know who Chen Bakun is. Because it's not necessary. It has nothing to do with knowing the name Chen Bakun or knowing your own name. Just to do it just the way it is.